What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video with Nova Electric. In today's video I will be going over how to insure or plate your electric limited speed motorcycle. I will be breaking this video into two different sections regarding issues with these types of bikes, including like the legalization of electric bikes called LSMs, and the others where it is currently a gray area for in the legislation, let's just call it, in BC. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So the first category I want to break down is, what is an LSM? An LSM is a limited speed motorcycle in ICBC's current category for the type of bike I'm currently riding. I'll show a picture right about now. So basically what's on this picture is just explaining what are the rules and regulations for LSMs. As you can see, it says most mopeds and street legal scooters, if under a certain size, are classified as limited speed motorcycles, LSMs. If they exceed or do not comply with the definition as listed below, you'll likely require a motorcycle license to operate them. So limited speed motorcycle definition has to have no more than 50 cubic centimeters engine displacement or 1.5 kilowatt motor. Does not need clutching or shifting after the drive system is engaged. Has a maximum speed on level ground of 70 km an hour and weighs no more than 95 kilograms, excluding fuel and batteries. And also must have wheels that are 25.4 centimeters in diameter or more. So the rules for using these types of LSMs is has to be registered, licensed and insured for road use. And you can ride one if you have a full license or a novice license, I believe. You cannot use your learner's license with these, that's one thing. Or a motorcycle license if you want to, but it's not needed. But you'll always have to wear a motorcycle helmet when you're riding one of these. Again, you're also subject to same rights as the drivers, like in a car. Same road rules basically. Where you can ride. You're pretty restricted. You can only ride these roughly in the city. That's about all you can ride them before. You shouldn't be riding them on the highways. They're not capable of doing highway speeds. So limited speed motorcycles look a lot like some electric bikes, known as MACs, which I'll get to that in a second. But of course, the operating rules are completely different compared to the MACs. LSMs and MACs are pretty different. So basically, what you get on the bike, which is needed for it to be an LSM, is this sticker. It's just basically a sticker explaining the regulations that's part of the bike and explaining what type of bike it is, so that when they say an officer looks at it, they know exactly what type of bike it is and know what to do when it comes to, if they pull you over or something like that. So the next step is, so if you are planning on buying an LSM, the first thing you should probably look for is this little VIN plate. I'll show a couple pictures of it. It's a little VIN plate that shows a VIN number and the manufacturer name on it as well, and a couple other things. But yeah, you're gonna need that and a valid driver's license, either a novice one or a full car license, or if you have a motorcycle license, that works as well. But for the LSMs, you don't really need it. It's just mostly a car driver's license. But anyways, after that, they will probably, get you to sign a couple papers, and those papers will look like this. I'll show an example of mine, but of course, I blurred out a lot on my, private stuff. But yeah, after they fill out that for you, you sign it, and you're ready to go. They also go over your insurance plan and how much it would be, and then you're off after that. And of course, if I forgot to mention, they ask you to pick out a license plate for your LSM. I'll show a picture of mine. So a couple other things about LSMs is that you don't need pedals for them because they're not considered a bicycle anymore. They're considered a, of course, limited speed motorcycle. And there are other types of LSMs other than the one I ride. I ride a 2019 Super Soco TC. But yeah, if you go on motorino.ca, there is a couple different ones they do sell. I'll put a picture up right now. So as you can see in this little snippet, I have the Motorino website open, and I'm just showing you, let's say for example, the Coulter ES1 Pro, the Super Soco TC Max, the Super Soco TC Pro, the Super Soco TSX, and the Sur, which is a dirt bike. Then of course Super Soco TC and the TS and the Duhan. Those are all LSMs other than that dirt bike, which is the Sur. So in general, if you guys are looking into LSMs, I highly recommend getting the Super Soco. They're not bad. They're pretty reliable. Again, in my garage, we have about 3 of them. And I don't really have that many issues with them, but if you watch my videos, I do have some gripes at certain parts of the bikes. But yeah, if you check out Motorino, there's a couple LSMs there that are pretty good, and yeah, I mean, if you're really into LSMs and you don't mind paying insurance, I say go ahead with it. They're great commuters. All the ones that are on there, they're all very good commuters if you live in the city, for example. Okay, so enough about LSMs. Now we will be moving on to the MAC portion. So these are like e-bikes that cannot be insured until there's a new legislation that goes through in BC. This is that gray area I'm constantly talking about for these types of bikes. For example, like Moto Electric's bike and my blue bike that I am riding often. But anyways, yeah, so these are e-bikes that are considered MACs. They're motor assisted cycles. So MACs need pedals and cranks. They don't need a license or insurance because again they're considered power assisted bicycles. And they must have the manufacturer label saying that they're a power assisted bicycle. Their motors can't be over 500 watts, even with the limiter on. Well, with the limiter on, it goes only about 500 watts. That's the most you can do, and it cannot go faster than 32 kilometers an hour. So this is the current issue with a lot of these bikes, and people are getting ticketed for them just because there's no insurance or proper plates on them. A lot of people are getting in trouble for them, even though they do have the requirements that are set up. Example, the pedals and cranks, you must have those. You can't go over 32 kilometers, even though some of them do. Some people take the limiters off just to go a little faster, because 32 kilometers an hour is pretty slow. I'm not denying that. It is a bit slow. But overall, there is a new legislation in British Columbia that's being set up, but it's not a priority for the government right now, the provincial government. But yeah, anyways, that's just me talking about the differences between the two. I have a lot of gripes with this legislation, this current one, but it's I've explained it a couple times inside my videos, to the point where I don't really need to explain it again. But yeah, I will show you guys a little sneak peek on a secret project I've been doing. I'll pop a picture up right now, and I hope you guys will stay tuned for that new little secret project I'll release probably in the next video. For now on, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.